10 things you really didn't know about domain names from easily.co.uk. So, you know how to register, use, sell and find a good domain name, but do you know what the longest domain name in the world is? Domain names are the equivalent to real estate within the virtual world. With the .com era, many people have turned to the internet as a way of investment, social interaction, business marketing and even virtual business. While we're all getting to grips with the how-tos and the what-ifs on the World Wide Web, here are a few interesting facts about domain names that you probably didn't know. Number 1, the world's longest domain name. Now legally, domain names are allowed to be no longer than 63 characters in length, excluding subdomains or domain suffixes. And while there have been many contenders and claimants for the pole position of longest domain name in the world, I tend to go with the Guinness Book of Records, which I'd rather not pronounce, so here it is. The interesting fact relating to this domain name is that it's actually a real word, named after a Welsh village. I wonder how many residents have complained to their local postal company regarding lost posts. The other candidate who could also postulate for first place would be I am the proud owner of the longest domain name in this world.com. Number 2, the world's shortest domain name. Acknowledged internationally as being one of the main drivers behind internet evolution, Google has now legally acquired the shortest internet domain name, www.g.cn. Google purchased the unique domain name to assist their Chinese users in locating Google with greater ease. Number 3, the highest price paid for a domain name. People throughout the world have cashed in on the .com era, many earning an applaudable amount with very little input. In January 2006, it was announced that Sex.com was sold for $14 million, making it one of the most expensive domain names purchased to date. Close contenders to Sex.com are Fund.com at over $9 million, Porn.com for $9.5 million, and Business.com for a whopping $340 million. Number 4, the first domain name ever registered. On the 15th of March 1985, the first registered domain name came into existence, Symbolics.com, which is still in existence today. 5. What's the shortest .com name that I can register? According to the registering laws, all domain names must be a minimum of 3 characters in length, excluding subdomains and suffixes. Number 6. Domain names for males and females. If you're looking to register a male name, I'm afraid you're out of luck, as they all appear to be registered to date. Ladies may have a little bit more luck, however, the most common girls' names come with a very heavy price tag. Number 7. Is it possible to buy a 3-letter domain name? In short, no. All the 3-letter domain names have been long snatched up. There are over 50,000 domain names which are now available only through resale options, so you'll have to get your checkbooks out. Number 8. What domain names have the highest registration rates? .com domain names are noted as the highest registration figures, followed by .cn for China. 9. If I own a trademark, does that entitle me to the rights of the domain name? That is correct. You don't need a trademark to get a domain name. However, people have to be very careful with trademarks. For instance, Ian Tunes, who registered iTunes before Apple's iTunes.co.uk existed, he could keep the domain name for life, as he was the first to register it, but because Apple was making offer after offer and giving him a lot of hassle to get the name, one day he was fed up and redirected his domain iTunes.co.uk to Napster, the biggest iTunes competitor at that time. From that point, he breached Apple's iTunes copyright and lost the domain name, instead of making $1 million by accepting the original deal. 10. Who is the most popular domain registrar? Depending on the source, there are a number of popular domain registrars. The results are derived from a number of factors including services offered, package diversity, customer service, feedback, and the availability of the newest products and services. From easily.co.uk.